Hola y bienvenida a InFresp. En este video vamos a repasar todo lo que hemos cubierto en la unidad 2. In this video, we're going to revise everything we've covered in Unit 2. This is a good opportunity to check you've taken everything in. If there's something you don't know or you're unsure about, I've noted on each slide which video the material relates to, so you'll know what to rewatch to gain the knowledge needed. Before we begin, please can I ask you to like this video, subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications. Okay, so we started this unit by learning numbers. Let's see if you can count from 1 to 12 in Spanish now. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10, 11, 12. Can you say all the odd numbers backwards, so 11 to 1? Once, nueve, siete, cinco, tres, uno. And can you count in threes to 12? Tres, seis, nueve, 12. Muy bien. We then went through numbers 13 to 99. I'm going to put some random numbers up on the screen and I want you to try to say the numbers reading left to right before I do. Ready? 97, 48, 15, 74, 81, 13, 36, 60, 76, 18, 27, 62, 92, 18, 63, 85, 41, 29, 54, 99, 20, 58, 73, 47, 80. We also counted in the hundreds. Look at these numbers and see if you can say them before me. 614, 375, 285, 196, 427. When we looked at thousands and millions, I gave you some information about commas and decimals in Spanish numbers. Do you remember it? They are used the opposite way around to English. So now I'm going to show you some numbers in the thousands in Spanish. See if you can say these before me. 1826, 6,734, 9,275, 14,735, 73,428. Finally, we did millions. See if you can say these numbers before me. Ocho millón 614,285. 4,627,103. Do you remember how years are said in Spanish? They read the whole 4-digit number, for example, 2024, rather than saying it as two numbers like 2024. Okay, so you see this number written in a Spanish magazine. Can you tell me in English what this number is? It's 15.5. And lastly, can you say this telephone number in Spanish? Cero siete 29 64 38 91 4. Okay, we then went through how to say your age. Do you remember how this literally translates into English? So it translates as, I have so many years. So we need to revise the conjugation of tener, to have. Now I've put the English conjugation on the screen. Pause the video and note down the conjugation in Spanish and then play once you're ready. So you should have written down tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. Do you remember how to say I was born in? Nací en. And do you recall how to say my birthday is the? Mi cumpleaños es el. See if you can translate these speech bubbles into Spanish. Pause the video and play when you're ready. So the first speech bubble says, Me llamo Felipe, tengo 32 años, nací en 1992, mi cumpleaños es el 17 de febrero. The second bubble says, Hola, me llamo Nadine, tengo 18 años, nací en 2006, mi cumpleaños es el 28 de agosto. And the final bubble says, Buenos días, me llamo Vicente, tengo 73 años, nací en 1951. Mi cumpleaños es el 9 de junio. We then ran through the days, seasons, and main colours in Spanish. See if you can say the days of the week in Spanish now. They are lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Can you remember the seasons? Try to say in spring, in summer, etc. in Spanish. En la primavera, en el verano, en el otoño, en el invierno. Finally, see if you can say these colours in Spanish. They are verde, amarillo, rojo, blanco, gris, negro, azul, naranja, marrón, morado. Next, we practice the alphabet and how to ask, how do you spell that? Do you remember how to ask, how do you spell that in Spanish? ¿Cómo se escribe? Now, look at these conversations in English and see if you can translate them into Spanish. Pause the video and play once you're ready. So the first conversation says, Buenos días, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo Alejandro. ¿Cómo se escribe? A, L, E, J, A, N, D, R, O. And the second conversation says, Buenas tardes, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo Wendy. ¿Cómo se escribe? W, E, N, D, Y. We then learned how to say where we're from and where we live. Do you remember how to ask and answer the question, where are you from? Where are you from is ¿De dónde eres? And you respond by saying soy de. And can you ask and answer the question, where do you live? You ask, ¿Dónde vives? And you respond, vivo en. All right, let's see if you can translate these into Spanish. Pause the video and play when you're ready. So you should have, Hola, me llamo Andre. Soy americano. Soy de Chicago, pero vivo en New York. The middle one is, Buenos días, me llamo Gemma. Soy británica. Soy de Escocia, pero vivo en Inglaterra. And the last one is, Buenas tardes, me llamo Kian. Soy australiano. Soy de Sydney, pero vivo en España. Finally, we went through physical and non-physical attributes. The first, I need you to translate into English, and then the next two into Spanish. Pause the video and play when you're ready. So the first one says, I am called Mark. I am a short and athletic man. I am a young adult. I have black, short, straight hair and brown eyes. I am handsome. I have a tattoo and I wear glasses. I am funny, an extrovert, and I am happy. The second one on the right says, Soy una mujer vieja. Soy de estatura promedio y delgada. Tengo el pelo blanco y ondulado y los ojos verdes. Tengo arrugas. Soy hermosa. Soy amable, pensativa y paciente. Estoy ansiosa y nerviosa. And the final one says, Soy un niño joven. Soy gordito. Tengo el pelo rojo y rizado y los ojos azules. Soy lindo. Soy hablador, aventurero y optimista. Estoy emocionado. Finally, we're going to put everything together that we've learned from Unit 1 and Unit 2 to describe a person. Look over the text in front of you and see if you can translate it into Spanish. Pause the video and play when you're ready. So the text translates as: Hola, me llamo Valeria. V-A-L-E-R-I-A. Encantada. Todo bien. Soy inglesa. Hablo inglés y francés, pero no hablo galés. Tengo 48 años. Nací en 1976. Mi cumpleaños es el 18 de mayo. Soy de Bristol, pero vivo en Bournemouth, en Inglaterra. Soy alta y de peso promedio. Soy morena. Tengo 3 piercings y 5 tatuajes. Soy inteligente, de mente abierta y honesta. Estoy cansada y frustrada. Adiós. Feliz día. See if you can write a similar text about yourself. To make it more challenging, you can write about someone else using the he/she pronoun, or write about your family as a whole using the we pronoun. Next time, we'll start a whole new unit to further your Spanish knowledge. For now, gracias por acompañarme y espero con ansias la próxima vez. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to next time. Hasta pronto.